Hi, I'm Jeff Breedwell, and your 5-minute message on love starts right now. So, when I was a kid, I was a hopeless romantic. I would always get into these relationships really quickly, and it would always be like within the first week, oh, I love you. Oh, I love you too. I love you. Oh, I love you too. I love you. Oh, I love you too. Until one day I was just like, oh, I love you. And she's like, oh, I love you. Not really. I'm just going to go hang out with this guy now that you don't like to. That was my relationship with women for a long time until I met my wife. And when I met my wife, I realized what true love is. And true love is truth. Now, we've all been there. We've all had that experience where we've all had that mistake of true love, where we think it's true love, and it's really, really quickly because we're all just brainwashed with this crazy story time stuff, but that's okay. Because it just gives us the example, it gives us something to hope and strive for. But with that hope and that striving, we need to realize that true love is truth. And that's the bottom line for today's message. True love is truth. If you don't learn anything from me this 5 minutes or anytime you meet me, if you meet me on the street, know this. True love is truth. And the truth will set you free. True love is truth. Now, the personification of true love, that's only one guy. That one guy, Jesus. Jesus is that personification of true love, and when he even asked the question about what's the greatest commandment, he told us, love the Lord your God with your mind, body, soul, heart, spirit, and strength, and love your neighbor as you do yourself. Now, that's all well and good, but what's love? I mean, we're kind of confused on what the definition of true love is. So true love is truth, but how do I distinguish the truth from the lies? What's going on? Well, Paul actually gives us a really, really good definition of it in 1 Corinthians 13, starting with verse 4. And this is the love chapter. So let's kind of get into it. Here we go. Love is patient and kind. It is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable. It keeps no record of being wronged. It does not require about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures every circumstance. Guys, that's love. That's the definition of love. That's what Jesus personified. Each and every moment he was on this planet, he lived, breathed, moved. Love. That was it. He was love. God is love. Jesus is God. Therefore, Jesus is love. He's the personification of love, and true love is truth. True love is truth. Now, how do we really apply this to our own life? How do we say, okay, cool, that's all well and good, but now how do I take this? What do I walk away from? Well, here's what we need to do. We need to start loving people more. We need to love each other more. We need to share that love that Jesus gives us more with people and say, hey, you know what? This is great. This is fantastic. Okay, cool. How do we do that? Well, first off, we need to change our perspective. If we change our perspective and we flip it around from the me, my, no, we get better. We get better. If we get this servant attitude and going, okay, you know what? How when they serve me, how can I serve them? How can I go through and say, how can I love them more? And ask God that question. Say, God, how can I love my people more? How can I love these people more? You know what he's going to say? This, do this, and this, and this. He's going to flip it around, and he's going to change your entire thing, because true love is truth, and he's going to show you the truth, because the truth will set you free. That's the most amazing part about it, is because when Jesus came down, when he came here and he personified truth, he paid that price for us. He gave that ultimate sacrifice for us because he loves us. There's no more greater example of love than that ultimate sacrifice. And you know what he did? He conquered death because of it. He was able to conquer death and pay for our sin, pay for our mistakes, pay for our wrongs, because he said, this is it. It is finished. And with that, he started a relationship with us, or he wants a relationship with us. He starts that relationship. He wants that relationship with you. He wants that relationship. Now, imagine if we all had that relationship, if we all started loving each other the way that we are supposed to love each other. Imagine how big the world would change just within a few days. Within your world would change. Within your friend's world, your neighborhood, your area. It would all change. Everything would change. And Jesus would be the striving point with that. Jesus wants to have a relationship with you, and with that relationship, it'll start changing everything. True love is truth, and with Christ, the truth sets you free. This has been your 5-minute message on love. I'm Jeff Breedwell. Now, if you like that, and you like that message and you really, really got into it, share it, like it, comment below, click subscribe. I'm going to make sure that there's plenty of more of these. Also, if you want to get at me, you can get at me at any information below. And I'm here. Just message me and I'll get to you absolutely when I can. Something else is if you want to start that relationship with Jesus, there's nothing else better than starting that relationship. Nothing else. That's what burns inside of me is Him. So start that relationship. Start that and go up. And the biggest part about it, how to start, is talking. Talking with Him like He's your best friend. You don't have to think He's some lofty guy. No, He's right next to you. You start that relationship, your world will change. You will be transformed. And if you start that relationship, hit at me. Let me know. I'd really love to know, and I can start praying for you. I'm Jeff Breedwell. You guys have a great time. This has been your 5 minutes.